Yo, so this video actually, took a while to make because, it's quite a long video and I actually put a decent amount of effort into this video. So I would appreciate it if you guys could watch it till the end, especially, if you're a singer or anything like that. And although I won't force you because it's like 20 minutes long, right? But I'll put in like time codes so, you can just skip some stuff. If I, do put in time codes, I might just get lazy. But anyways, roll the intro. Yo, it's a Jai. So let me just clear out a couple of things and just define a couple of things. So, if you're not like Punjabi or like a singer or whatever, then, you'll actually understand this video. So Sikh, right, is actually the correct way to pronounce Sikh, right? But Sikh is like, it makes more sense in English because you can't say Sikh because it sounds like Sikh, right? But Sikh is the actual way you pronounce Sikh. So, if I say Sikh or Sikhi or Sikhism, I'm actually talking about the religion, not like, like you're sick from the flu or anything. And also I'll use the word Singh a lot, S-I-N-G-H, just like, how it's written in my YouTube name, right? Singh is also just like a word used to describe like a male Sikh now, although it actually means lion. And it's like many of ours like middle names. Right, like many of Sikhs, it's either a middle name or last name. Like male Sikhs are supposed to have Singh in their name, so you just call like male Sikhs Singhs now. And if I'm wrong about anything, please feel free to correct me. Right, I'm not the fucking, I don't have all the answers, bro. I ain't fucking God. So if I if I fuck up, please feel free to correct me at any point of the video. Just comment down below. And I think the last words that I'll still be using, like that are Punjabi, are the first one's gonna be pug. And pug actually means like the turban, right? Like the full-on turban, the big turban, right? That's actually called a pug. And like then there's also juda, which I'll be using. And juda is basically, it's like basically like a mini turban. Like in English, there's only turban to describe like what Sikhs have on their head, but like there's many things, right? So I guess just like it's a mini turban, like the kids will usually have and all that, right? And there's like a couple other, but like I don't think I'll be using them in this video. So yeah, I think that's about all you need to know if you're not a Sikh or like Punjabi or whatever. And hopefully you'll understand the rest of this video. So now we're actually getting to the actual video part itself. Now that we're talking about, talked about the background. So this video is actually inspired by Arnie Mcfly, who goes by Arnie Sandhu now. And if you don't know who he is, he's like a brown YouTuber who's pretty famous like in like Surrey basically, and like a little bit other like brown like cities in like Canada and stuff. But if you're not Surrey or you're not like Punjabi or anything, then you probably don't know who he is. But he's a pretty big deal. He has like 54K subscribers on YouTube and like 22,000 followers on Instagram. So he's a pretty big deal, right? And the reason why this video was inspired by him was he used to be a Singh, right? Like he used to have like a pug, he used to wear a pug, he used to have like the whole beard and all that, right? Because in Sikhi, you're supposed to actually like keep your hair. You're not supposed to cut your hair. Like if you actually follow Sikhi, you're not supposed to cut your hair, right? So that's why, many Sikhs have like a pug on and like a beard, right? And underneath the pug is literally just hair. That's what, pug is just like to cover up the hair basically. So, your hair is really important to you as a Sikh, right? And Arnie, he actually posted a picture on Instagram a couple of days ago. And in it, he has a haircut, like he has a normal haircut, like he doesn't wear the pug anymore. And some people are probably like, yo, why is this important, right? And the reason why I'm talking about it is because, he used to be a Singh. So he used to have hair. He used to have a pug on. He used to have a beard. But like when you cut your hair, like it basically like symbolizes like a lot of things, right? But like basically symbolizes like you don't really care too much about like Sikhi itself now, right? And I'm not religious either, right? Like I used to be like pretty religious, and then like around grade 10, like I stopped caring about it, and I was like super anti-religion. And now, I'm just like in the middle, right? I'm just like, whatever. If you believe in it, you believe in it. If you don't, you don't. It's whatever. So that's me. So I don't really believe in it either, but I think I'm gonna still keep, like my pug and my beard, just because like I've been raised this way and like etc. Right? And because Arnie like he cut his hair, right? And he was like, I'm pretty sure he was probably raised Sikh. That's why he had it for so long, right? So I decided to ask some of my like Singh friends like, why did you like either cut your hair or like, why do you still keep your pug, right? Because like two of the people that I've actually asked, they have cut their hair, And the 4 other, they've still kept their bugs on, even though they're not really that religious anymore. Now, I know more Singhs that are actually like a lot more religious too, right? Like the ones that go to my Gurdwara, but like I'm not going to ask them because, the Gurdwara I go to is pretty small. So, and Gurdwara means temple. And, the temple's pretty small. So, if I ask them, then they'll like figure out like, yo, you don't really believe in the religion. And then I'll get back and then they'll tell their parents and then, they'll tell like talk and then like it'll eventually get to me. And then I'll probably get a bunch of lectures like, oh my God, why did you believe in religion and all that, right? So that's why I didn't ask them. But like there are religious Sikhs still out there, obviously. But like the ones that I've asked, like, I went to high school and like school with them. So, and coincidentally, none of them really believe in religion anymore. So I asked one of my high school friends, right? I'm like, yo, why do you actually cut your hair, right? Because he used to have a Judah and all that, but he cut his hair, right? So I'm like, yo, why'd you cut it, right? And I asked him all that, and he's like, yeah, like he never really wanted to be in the religion, anyways. Like his parents forced it, right? And like that happens to like many of us, right? Because like we're just kind of like born into it, right? So like you're just raised a certain way, right? So he was kind of like that, and he never really got into it and all that, and it was like. Kind of like actually takes like quite a bit of work to take care of your hair, right? Because it's like super long and all that, because you can't cut it, right? And then he had like these thoughts and he was like thinking about cutting it or not, and then eventually he cut it, and and he just keeps it cut because of like simplicity and all that overall, which makes sense. It's like if you don't really believe in the religion, then like why bother like following the rules, especially like when it makes your life harder. So that's why he cut it. Now the second person that I asked was one of my uni friends, and like he cut his hair like pretty recently actually, right? And I asked him like he even told me kind of like why he cut it before, but like I guess I'm like an awful friend, so I wasn't really paying attention. Like I had like kind of an idea, right? Like I thought he had like cut it because of dandruff, but apparently he had eczema, right? And he got eczema because he went to a place like for 7 weeks like by himself, and like he properly didn't take care of his hair, so he actually developed it. And then when he came home, his parents were like, nah bro, we're just cutting your hair, we're just like, you gotta get rid of eczema, right? So that's why like he cut his hair. And he used to be religious too. Like he used to read Path, and Path is basically like religious texts, right? And he still believes there is God, right? And I asked him, okay, so since you still believe in God, right, like will you ever grow your hair back, to like be back in Sikhi and all that? And he's like, nah, it was convenient, just to not have a bit of like long hair, right? It's convenient. And he also doesn't know how to tie a bug, so he's just like, whatever, I'll just do it like this. But he still believes in God, but he doesn't like really believe in too much about Sikhi. So that's the reason of why 2 of the Singhs I know actually cut their hair. So now let's, talk about the 4 that still have their hair. So the first guy I actually asked is like my friend from like elementary school. Like I haven't talked to this guy in like years. And the thing with him was actually he used to, not have a bug on. He used to just have like, his hair would like, he just had like a normal haircut and all that. And actually he grew his hair out and actually got a pug, which was super interesting. And for some reason, like I thought I inspired it or something, because like he didn't have it and then like he met me and then he got it, right? So I guess that's why I assumed it as a kid, but like it was actually because, and I asked him, I'm like, yo, so why do you actually keep it and all that, or like grow it out, right? And he's like, no, it's because of my cousins, and his cousins all had it, so he just wanted to be like his cousins, which also makes sense, right? And then I asked him, I'm like why do you still have it, right? Like, are you religious or what? And he's like he just hasn't had a reason to cut it off, right? And because it's like a part of like your identity, right? It's just like when you're raised like this way and you're like, you have like a bug on, and you've been like different for like so long from like most people, right? And like it's a part of you, right? Like if you like, if you, I don't know, I really don't know how to describe it, but it's just like it's really just a part of you. Like I would feel like weird without one. Like I'd feel like naked or some shit, because like I'm just so used to it, Hopefully that made sense. If it didn't, well, I'll try to like answer better later on, I guess. But, and then I ask him, I'm like, okay, so like, but like you're not really religious then and all that, right? And he's like, no, he's not really religious, but he does believe in God, but he's not really too keen on the whole religion, right? And then I ask another one of my elementary school friends, and I'm like, why do you still like keep your hair and all that, right? And he's like, yeah, I still have geish or geis. I don't know how you pronounce it actually, but geis or geish means hair. And yeah, he's like, yeah, I still have it, but like he kept it because of his own choice. He's not being forced by his family and all that. He just wants to keep it on his own, right? And then I'm like, okay, is it because of religious, or like, why do you still have it, right? And he's like, yeah, I get you. And he's like, for him, it's always been about the culture and the identity of being a Singh, not really the religious aspect. So, it's just like similar to the last guy. It's just a part of identity, and you'd feel weird without it. Oh shit! I just realized that 7 people, not 6. So, anyways, and then I asked another one of my high school friends. I'm like, why do you keep it? And similar answer to the other ones. It's just a part of my identity, and also because of his parents, because they're probably religious, and like just to keep them happy. And I also relate to this, because like I also just want to keep my family happy and everyone else like just happy with like respecting the religion, because like when you cut off your hair, like it's just like you're basically like abandoning Sikhi kind of, right? I mean, although not really anymore. It's really confusing. Religion is weird. That's why I don't really like believe in it too much. But yeah, his answer was just because of identity and just to like please his family and stuff. And then another one of my high school friends asked him, and he's just like, it's just a part of him, because like we stand out a lot because of this race. Like clearly, right? It's just like when you see a person with brown skin, a beard, a full-on pug, right? You're gonna stand out, right? Especially like in like Canada or like any other like Western countries and all that. And white people will probably like freak out at the sight of you because you kind of look like a terrorist, or like what a terrorist is supposed to look like, even though we aren't. But basically, it's also part of his identity, and he's just proud of being a Singh, but like I'm guessing he doesn't really believe in the religious aspect too much, because like he didn't really say that. So I'm guessing it's just because part of your identity. I don't know, man. It's kind of weird, just like, because I probably should like called them all and like figured like actually like went in depth, but like I just asked them like over text, so you're not gonna get like full on answers, right? So I'm kind of assuming for like some of them, and hopefully I'm correct, but I'll send them the videos anyways, and let's see what they say after. And then the last guy I asked was actually like one of my best friends, and his answer was also like the rest, and he's just keeping it for his parents mostly. He doesn't really believe in the religion himself anymore, and like just like your family and all that, and just to keep like everyone else happy. Like that's really why like I think most things nowadays like keep their hair or cut their hair, because like not too many people are like religious anymore, because I don't know, like religion's tough, especially like Sikhi, you gotta do a lot of things in it. And like my part of like Sikhi, I'm like actually like a little separate part from like the normal Sikhi, like it's kind of like a sub part of the religion, I guess you could say, right? So it's actually like a lot more stricter. It's actually like if you know what like Protestants are, like you're not supposed to party, you're not supposed to do this and all that, right? Like keep to yourself and all that. That's like basically like my version of Sikhi, and it's actually pretty fucking hard to like keep it, right? So that's why I think like, because like Sikhi is just like it's just hard to keep, and especially like when you're in Canada and it's multicultural, and there's like so many other religions, so many other races and all that. And I don't know, I guess it's like just hard to like have belief in your own religion when there's so many others out there and all that, right? Because I think definitely the whole world is becoming more and more atheist, by the day. And it makes sense, because we're all just blending together, and it's like when everyone says like when their own religion, like when one religion says one God, right, and then another religion says one God, well obviously some of them have to be lying, right? Or it's just like everyone perceives God in a different way, and like they've made their own religions because of it, and maybe they're all actually talking about the same God, right? But then some religion have gods, and some religion only have one, and blah 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 blah, right? And there's many reasons why people don't believe in religion anymore. Like I am not going to go too much into my particularly, because that's probably like a whole another video by itself. And I'm gonna just like add a little bit more to why I probably won't ever cut my my hair, even though I'm not really religious. Like one reason, like especially now, is just like in the past, like a couple of 100 years ago and all that, is I think like India used to be ruled by Muslims at this point, I think, or like basically like there was like a Muslim ruler who had like control of the area. And the thing is like those guys, like they forced like their subjects, right? Like because like in India there's like many religions, many languages, many cultures and all that, right? But at that time the Muslims, who had control, they were like, all right, so everyone's gonna either become a Muslim or we're gonna kill you, right? So literally, Singhs would die instead of like cutting their hair and like changing religions and all that, right? Like they would literally like sacrifice their lives for that, right? And it's just like, and now Singhs are just like cutting their hair like willy-nilly and all that, right? So for me, it's just like I feel like I would disrespect them in a way, if I actually do cut my hair. and like, you know, stop wearing a pug and all that. So I like, you know, that's one of the reasons. Like I just like since I actually respect the religion, because you know, like many Sikhs actually do great things, right? Like you know, like Khalsa aid or whatever. Like a lot of people like help each other out. Like that's all Sikhi is about. Like it's not a bad religion, right? Like obviously there's like bad apples in every religion, right? But like overall, like religion, I'd say is kind of like, I don't know, but like because of this, I just wanna like respect them, right? And like respect the people that have actually like gave their lives for the religion or anything like that. And that's why, you know, I probably just like keep my turban and like keep my beard and like not cut my hair and like all that, you know, just to respect them. Although some people, you know, probably will be like, yo, you should cut your hair because you're disrespecting Sikhi, right? Because like because like that's a weird part of our religion. Like I didn't really want to get too much into this in this video because like this is like a whole nother video. Like there's a lot of shit in there, right? But it's just like when like Singhs have like a lot more pressure on them, right? Because, you know, they do have a beard, they do have a pug, right? So they like kind of represent Sikhi in a way, right? So it's like when a Singh does like something non-religious, like non-Sikhi, like non-religious, like if he goes around like, I don't know, what's like something non-religious? Like if he like starts like drinking a lot. I mean, I don't know, like drinking's kind of like normal, but like let's just, for example, let's just say like smoking or something, right? And many people will judge that Singh a lot harder because he actually has a pug and a beard, right? So he's supposed to respect the religion more. So that's like, you know, like the caveat. I'm you know, I'm trying to sound a little smarter, but like that's like the little thing is, you know, because I do have this beard and pug on, like I'll be judged a lot harder, even by my own people, like my own Punjabis, right? And that's like the fucked up thing about like being a Singh too, and like, you know, like the whole like Gyani thing and all that. It's just like it's tough. It's tough being a Singh out there. So but like since I've already like, you know, lived through 20 years of being a Singh, and you know, because of like all the reasons like I've stated in the past, like identity and like many of my friends have stated and all that, and you know, because of the sacrifices of others, like I'll probably like continue to keep my hair, unless if everyone's just like, yo, you're fucking like, because like I talk about dumb shit like fucking like masturbating 9 times a day. Now obviously I don't masturbate 9 times a day. I think like if you divide that number by 3, I think that's an appropriate amount. Still a lot, right? But like, you know, I talk about stupid shit like that, so some people will probably just be like, you know, how dare you disrespect the religion by, you know, wearing a pug? You're like a Sikh. You're like a Singh. You're supposed to be like you're supposed to be like holy. You're supposed to be like not, you know, all this shit. And I don't want to get too much into this. So like that's about it, I think. But you know, because of like this and like many reasons in the past, like I'll probably still keep my pug and beard and probably not cut my hair ever. And also, I don't hate, you know, people that cut their hair or anything like that. Like I just feel like a little disappointed because, you know, I'm just like, oh, like we lost another one. You know what I mean? And to those people that, you know, don't follow the religion themselves and like don't have a pug and don't have a beard and, you know, tell other Singhs to like not do this, not do that because, you know, you're disrespecting the religion or whatever. I just gotta say, shut the fuck up. Like, just shut the fuck up, man. We don't fucking care about your opinion. Like, clearly you don't give a fuck enough about the religion to actually, you know, keep your hair, wear a pug, do the beard, but you're gonna force your like these expectations on everyone else. Like, just shut the fuck up, man. Like, you're disrespecting the religion by not following its rules, by like forcing everyone else to do it, right? So just shut the fuck up. Like, I really don't give a fuck about your opinion. Now, you know, if you're a Singh and you say other shit like that, then like, you know, I lose a little bit of my respect for you, but then whatever, at least you have like kind of like a valid, you know, excuse of saying shit. And also there are obviously still a lot of religious Sikhs out there, and actually I know many of them, but I just didn't ask them because like the one temple that I go to, it's super small, right? I mean, it's not super small, but it's like relatively small, so like most of us know each other. So, and a lot of people don't know that I still don't really believe in religion. Like even my parents don't really know, right? Because, you know, when you tell them, there's always backlash, right? It's like, yo, like when someone has like such a strong belief in it, right? It's just like, obviously you're gonna get some backlash, right? So I haven't really ever told anyone that I don't really believe in religion, except like my friends and all that, right? But like my parents or like my, you know, like my aunt and uncle and all that, and I haven't told them. So that's why I didn't ask them, because, you know, like if those kids like actually talk to their parents and their parents talk to like my parents or like my aunt and uncle and all that, and then it's just gonna become a mess. So yeah, there are Sikhs that still believe in religion, and, you know, when I get bigger and do like face reveal and like actually expose myself and all that, then I'll ask them too, you know, why do you still keep it? Why do you still believe in religion and all that? But until then, I think this is the video. I feel like I still like skipped a lot of things, right? Like there's still a lot of like other details and all that, like why I don't know, like I skipped a bunch of shit, but I don't know, this video is, I think, it's gonna get really long if I keep like all the things that I'm thinking about and all that, and like it's just gonna become an unorganized mess. Like it already kind of is, but at least at this point it's like, you know, you can like still like struggle through like 15 minutes and all that. So yeah, I think that's the video, guys. You know, if you're a Singh or you should cut a hair or you should know someone like that or whatever, and you have some thoughts about the situation, please let me know. Or if you're just curious about anything, put it in the comments and I'll answer it. Or join my Discord and you guys can ask me directly there, and we can actually like, you know, talk in a voice chat, so you know we don't have to like type everything out and all that, which will be a lot easier. But yeah, that's the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. You know, this is just some of the reasons why Singhs still keep their hair / cut their hair. Cut their hair even though they're not really religious anymore, I guess, because I didn't really ask any of the religious ones, so it's kind of just one-sided. So that's probably a, you know, bad idea on my end. But that's the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please drop a like if you guys want to support me. Please subscribe, join all the links in the description, do all the good shit, and yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Peace.